Okay, so let's do this lesson. So step one, nothing here. Click next. It says drag a cylinder shape to the work plane. So let's zoom in so that you guys can see. Drag a cylinder. Okay, step one's done. Let's go to the next one. Scale it smaller to a height of 3 millimeters. So using this handle, okay, so you could drag it down and you could just go type 3 on your keyboard. That's how I prefer to work. It'll be faster. Next, drag a work plane on top of the cylinder. So here's a work plane. Drop it on top of the cylinder itself. Okay, don't drop it there because you'll drop it somewhere else. Okay, so now see how it turned orange? So that means it's on top of this orange shape. Click next, drag a cone on top. Okay, just line it up. Okay, so it's nicely lined up. And the new shape will land on the work plane you created. Hit next. Scale the shape shorter to a height of 11 mm. So click here. So notice that there's this triangle right here, this cone right here. If you click on that, it actually drags the object up. Okay, let's undo. So what you need to drag is this handle right here. So click drag, it says 11 millimeters. So just go type 11. Click on the number, type 11. There you go. Hit next. Drag a sphere shape to the work plane. So drag a sphere. Okay, you could just drag the sphere like there and then position it after. Okay, that's how I work, and I think that's fast. Okay, so that's done. Hit next. Scale the sphere to a diameter of 18 mm. Okay, so make sure that you have the sphere selected and then click drag. You could press shift, by the way, hold shift, and then it will scale. Okay, it will scale at the same time. Notice 16, 16, 17. So it's the same for both sides. So it says 18. Okay, or alternatively, you could just go, when you drag, you could just type 18 here, 18 here, and you could type 18 here also. It'll give you the same result. Okay, and then now squish it to a height of 5 mm. So click drag and then click here on the number, type 5. There you go. Okay, so it's not centered at this time. So what you could do is you could just go ahead and click that and then center it to the hint. Okay, now it's centered. Click next. Drag a cone to the work plane. So cone. Bam, that's done. Hit next. Scale it to a height of 28 millimeters. So let's move it here. So click, drag, and then just go type 28. Click on the number and then type 28. Okay, so just center it in the hint. Right there. I think I got it. Nope. Okay, there you go. And next, move the cone to the target orange area. Okay, let's move the cone there. And you need to like rotate around. Okay, so I think it's centered with the rest of the shape, but now I have to move it higher. So I'm going to click on this cone to just move it higher by 3 millimeters. Okay, so it's by 3 millimeters. Next, drag another cone to the target area. Okay. There you go. And then scale it to a diameter of 12 mm. So click here, drag, and then just type 12. And then click on the other number, type 12. Okay, and to a height of 19. So this one to a height of 19. All right, I'm done with this step. Next, rotate the cone to 100 degrees. So this one, okay, and then so I rotated it partially to about 92. I'm just gonna type 180 here, 180 degrees, and then move it to the target area. Okay, so as you can see, it's lower than usual. So click on this cone to drag it up and then center it. Okay. All right, hit next. Drag a work plane on top of the cone. So I'm going to click on this work plane and drag it on top of the cone. Let's see, is it? Yep. Okay, so you can see there's a work plane on top of it, all right? Okay, next. Drag a sphere shape. Okay, I've done that. Hit next. Scale the sphere to 8 millimeters by 8 millimeters by 8 millimeters. So I click there. I'll just type 8 here, 8, here, 8. And then here, I click here and just type 8. There you go. And now I'm just going to center that right there. Okay, hit next. Drag a work plane to the original location of the work plane. So I'm gonna drag and I'm just gonna drop it here. Okay, see now it turns blue once more. Next, select all the shapes, so click drag, align the shapes, hit align, and align the shapes in the middle, okay? So look at that. So this one, I've centered it in the middle, that's why it's grayed out, but here it isn't. So I click here, and you'll notice a slight movement on this sphere right here. There you go. Okay, and then select all the shapes again and group them. Click group. Okay, there you go. And then you could change the color if you want. So I want my chess piece to be hot pink. There you go. And it's all done.